Welcome back everybody to another My Honest Opinion, and today we're going to be talking about everyone's favorite family superhero animation movie, The Incredibles. It's kind of like growing up without SpongeBob in a way. People are like, how is this possible? How have you not seen this? There are some people that probably haven't seen it, and I'm hoping that I can brighten your life in a certain way. Maybe give you the little push you needed, or not. That too. But let's start for the synopsis. In this lauded Pixar animated film, married superheroes Mr. Incredible, Craig T. Nelson, and Elastigirl, Holly Hunter, are forced to assume mundane lives as Bob and Helen Parr after all superpowered activities have been banned by the government. While Mr. Incredible loves his wife and kids, he longs to return to a life of adventure, and he gets a chance when summoned to an island to battle an out-of-control robot. Soon Mr. Incredible is in trouble, and it's up to his family to save him. Yeah, as far as synopsis go, yeah, they don't give away a lot of things. They don't give plot points. There's no cliff notes for the movie. As the story goes, you've got the superheroes doing their thing and just patrolling one city, at least for right now. At least these superheroes patrolling one city. And obviously things go awry because a dude decides to kill himself and is stopped. Like, legally speaking, is that a thing? Can you sue someone that stopped you from hurting yourself? I don't know much about law, from suicide and people stopping you from suicide and you suing them for it, but alright. That opens a floodgate for other superheroes to be like, no, see? Like, it's basically the Me Too movement happened. After one thing happened, everybody was like, okay, well, this fucking guy, this girl, this person, that person, it just became a whole debacle. And then they're like, alright, how about we just ban all superheroes? I said this in my commentary. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. The best way I could explain why that's such a stupid idea is this.
Our very strength invites challenge. Challenge incites conflict. And conflict breeds catastrophe.
Vision says it best. When you have superheroes, you're gonna have people like Bon Voyage or Syndrome that come up to challenge these people. And then the second you take them out, they're still there. They don't give a fuck about your laws because they're fucking criminals, dog. It's got like in Spider-Man 2. When Spider-Man dipped, everybody was like, crime 300% because there's nobody here to catch us or stop us because all you have are guys with guns. When I could bend cities to my will, you have a guy with a gun. So the story. So everybody's superheroes are gone and crime is amazingly also gone. You got Bob, who's bored with his mundane life, who's stuck in a cubicle doing meaningless work that he feels like comparatively to what he used to do. And he's just like, bro, I miss being me. And he finally gets a call to adventure. And, he sets out, finds out it's a whole big trap, gets his family involved. He turns out that his nemesis used to be his sidekick, or wannabe sidekick. And I did hear that it's the idea stemmed from what if Robin was denied being Robin from Batman, but then he gets his family involved, and then they end up being basically the Fantastic Four before the Fantastic Four, even though the Fantastic Four even has been out. But movie-wise, that's basically a Fantastic Four. The family fights together, they stop Syndrome, and they are just like, yeah, we're superheroes, do something. The story is dope though because it tackles both the realism of the family, like this was an actual family I could believe, the squabbling siblings, the the husband and wife that are just kind of like, kids, listen to your mother. They argue, like this was like a real family. So you were like, oh, okay, I'm definitely this person, or I'm definitely that person, or God, you're this person. Fucking hate you. The family life stuff was real, and then adding the mix of the superhero-ness, this is where the whole Fantastic Four influence comes in, and it works. The only thing about the story is the whole reason why they go into hiding. That's my only issue with this movie. It just does not make sense, but for the context of the movie, I'll accept it. I'll bite the bullet and I'll swallow my words. But of course, like any other thing, you can't have a movie without the characters. Let's talk about the big boy himself first.
Come on, we're superheroes. What could happen?
You can understand Mr. Incredible. He's at the top of his game in the beginning of the movie. He's loved by everybody. Everybody knows his name. He's got everything he needs. He's got a sick-ass car, about to get married to a badass girl. He's like, what do I have to worry? Exactly, he was just like, come on, what's gonna happen? This is what happens when you sprain 120 some necks. You get a lawsuit. And because of that, You are the leading cause that spirals everything out of control and that leads everybody. It leads everybody to have to go into hiding. So in a way, Bob probably carries that guilt where he just sits at a desk typing or whatever type of thing. Why doesn't he do manual labor? I don't know. He sits away at an office typing away. He's just kind of like, this is what my life is. Mediocrity. A cog within the business machine. He fucking hates it. Have you not felt like that where you're stuck at something but you know what you're good at and you want to go back to doing that but you can't? Sometimes you let it out, but you can't. Some time passes on, he gets the chance to go back to doing it. He does, and he loves it. Can you imagine a hobby that you love to do, don't get to do it that often, maybe once in a while, and it makes you happy, and then finally the gates are open, you go crazy? That's Bob. Bob went wild with it. He went and ran with it. I really sympathize with Bob, though. Fuck with his character.
Brace yourselves!
Now the bombastic Helen. Bro, Helen is too damn smart for Bob. She's a great ass character and a person in general. Bob is basically all emotion and Helen is emotion and logic. Because as much as Bob understands the situation of things, he's like, his emotion is like, but my heart wants to do this. Helen's like, look, bro, my heart wants to do that too, but we also have a life to live. We have responsibilities. We have things we need to think about and worry about. I'm like, damn, yo, your wife is fucking smart, bro. Listen, my nigga. Bro, I fuck with that character. Even if it's mediocrity, it's still a life, you know? It's still, at least we have something good. We have something with the kids. The kids are growing up great. Be happy that that's good for them too. But, you know, for Bob, it's like, yeah, I am happy, but I want to also be happy. Helen's like, look, do the best you can in your position, and, you know, hopefully that can make you happy. You gotta, like, maybe she might just be like, look, you also have to take sacrifices sometimes for the greater good. Yo, Helen's a detective. She's a pilot. She's a great-ass mom. She's a great-ass superhero. She might be above Bob. I'm just saying his characters. Yo, she might be above Bob, son. Bob is your heart. Helen is your mind. So she's Bob, Helen. She's naturally above.
Where'd you get that, Mom? Oh. You made a cool outfit? Hey, it looks rough. You like a cool outfit?
We're gonna talk about the Flash himself, the Quicksilver himself, all right? A-Train himself, Fast Boy Dash. Seeing this in 2004, every little kid, any little kid, I wanted to be Dash so fucking much, dude. There's nothing you can explain to like that hyperactivity that's just naturally in people or in kids. Bro, when I was a little kid, seeing Dash zoom past and forth, I was like, look, I want to be like that. I want to run fast as shit. But as a character, in the beginning of the movie, you know, Dash is very cocky and brash and likes to show off, like his mom says. Towards the end of the movie, you know, he does kind of get a grip on his power instead of it being something to show off and be better at than other people, or just something to just be like, look, I have this. Ha 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 ha. Towards the end, it's kind of like, I have it, but how can I use it? Maybe he starts to think about it more after everything that happened. He thinks about it a lot more, so he becomes a little bit more self-conscious about his power. So he goes from cocky little asshole kid to kind of a smart cocky little asshole kid, you know?
I said, shut up, you little insect.
So for Violet's character, she starts off the movie shy as hell. That like quiet kid that you have in high school that's just kind of like minds their own business, doesn't say too much, doesn't put themselves out there too much. She finds her confidence and openness, I guess. I'm trying to, if you can think of a better word, good on you, but like, let me explain. Obviously she's a lot more confident, you know, her face is like, you know, you can see her face. She's wearing brighter colors. Like in the movie, she starts with dark colors, violet colors, and near the end of the movie, she's wearing brighter violet colors. Like it's like, yeah, she's happier, she's smiling more, she's showing her face more, she's like speaking with like,
yeah, movies, get the popcorn, I'll see you there. Like she's like
I'ma own it, yeah. I fuck with that. I fuck with that character transformation. I mean, with her biggest gripe was having powers when everybody else didn't. Her biggest gripe was that because she wanted to be normal. She felt like it was another reason that made her different, and you know. But then at the end of the movie, she's like, "Look, I can turn invisible and summon force fields, and then apparently shoot like force field blasts or some shit." I didn't know what.
You sly dog! You got me monologuing. I can't believe it.
So now we gotta talk about, I don't know Buddy's last name, so I'm just gonna call him Buddy. Syndrome, the big wig himself. This is true when it's said, what is it? You create your own demons, I think it is. It's amazing how much a blanket on a little kid after losing his parents can cause a guy to become Batman, and then you constantly pushing this one kid that really likes you away to become Syndrome and basically kill off everybody just because you were like, no. But what was it that Bob said?
Fly home, buddy. I work alone.
Yeah, that. It's like that old adage where it's like, never meet your heroes. Amazingly, though, because he's so fucking smart and so dedicated with his rage, this guy fucking went nuts. Killed everybody just to get back at Mr. Incredible. What? If that isn't some petty shit, bro, then I don't know what petty is. But that's the thing about characters, though, because for Syndrome's character, he kind of stayed the same. Heroes change, villains stay the same. He held onto that rage, that disappointment, that frustration. He held onto that, turned it into something good for himself, but then also used it for what made him angry. Supers. You won't accept me because I'm not a superhero. So I'm gonna kill all the superheroes and make everybody who's normal a superhero, so that way you have to accept me, basically. Okay, I can get behind that. I understand what you're getting at. I don't know if killing everybody is a good idea for it, but I at least understand where you're coming from. I'll stop it, but I respect it. Like, Syndrome kind of goes down as like a recognizable face at this point too, because if you can't recognize his ugly ass face, like, you probably haven't seen the movie. But if you have, you're like, ew, bro, who cuts your fucking hair? Willy Wonka, bro? But for Syndrome, though, his character, you can understand where he comes from, you can understand his motivations and how they evolve over time. It makes sense. So now we gotta talk about the animation. So the animation for this movie is pretty goddamn good. But I can't really talk too much, so you're gonna have to take that with a lot of salt, just because when it comes to animation, the only movies I can like reference is the first Toy Story. Just like, I've seen a lot of animated movies, you know. Comparing this to Into the Spider-Verse is better, just saying. For 2004, animation's pretty good. That's me, who's not that well versed in animation. I don't want to make people think like I know all this shit. I don't. Now I go for my soapbox. Now at this section, it's the soapbox moment. I don't understand the superhero relocation program. Like, it doesn't make sense, dude. So Sokovia Accords, you can understand. Supervillains are not going to go away, but just because they're not going to go away doesn't mean you can just go crazy. Alright, I can understand that, you know. Please join us, be a part of us, and we'll use you to stop them legally. But just going, you know what? This is such a problem. You guys are the fault. We need you to go away. What about them? What about them? What about Bon Voyage's French stupid ass blowing up fucking vaults and shit? Like, what about that nigga? You can't stop him. I mean, you could probably get a well-trained sniper, just take his ass out. But then again, you know, who's to say that a lot of the supervillains are superpowered or anything like that? A lot of them are very practical. Like, there was the one dude that had a freaking missile, and there's Bon Voyage, and there's just common crooks and shit. Like, alright, well, if that's the criminal basis, if that's who you want me to believe is the crime, then okay. Superhero location program makes sense. It makes sense, I'll give you that. I still think it's fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid. Okay? But now we come to the end of it. The rating for the movie. What am I gonna rate the movie? Sure you wanna know? I'm gonna give it an 8.
Just like old times.
Just like old times.
Yeah. Hurt then too.
It's a solid ass movie. Like, it's a good movie. This one you could watch by yourself, or with friends, or high, or drunk, or in the hospital room, or on your deathbed. This movie's just like, But that will be it for my honest opinion, alright? Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, share this with your friends, ring the bell for more entertainment, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.